Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 698, and it is your review of Godzilla minus one. Finally, as always, this is Nerd. You're gonna hear the whole show launch from wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful Thursday. Thursday,
Thursday, bro.
indeed.
Thursday, live and early for our patrons over at patreon.com/the nerdcore, and it is ad free as well for y'all wonderful folks over there. You guys get this, and you got the Deadpool and Wolverine review a little early before it drops on Saturday. This will drop on Monday for you guys. A little bit all over the place, but that's what we got right now. But of course, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that all y'all are doing great, watching movies and stuff. But as always, Brad, before we start this review, how are you doing?
Doing good, doing all right. Another day off, so not too bad.
Not too bad.
No,
You didn't. So you didn't work, right?
no. I did get invited to a meeting today, and I was like, nah. I'm like, it's my PTO. No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
You're like, I don't really feel like it.
Well, the thing is, I was in the middle. I think I was on episode 4 of the new Batman series.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. Much of Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. Cape Cruise. So okay. So it's all of them dropped in one, right?
They did. They all dropped at the same time today.
Yeah. So it's 10 episodes, correct?
I believe so. I believe it is 10 episodes. I have not gotten to that point yet.
But I was so okay. It's just I forgot about how this worked, Brad, because like if I remember correctly, Max was supposed to have this series, but they
you would think with the Penguin series that's coming out on Max.
Yeah. I think they sold the rights to that show, if I remember correctly. Like it changed ownership. That's why it's on Amazon Prime. But pretty cool. What's the art style? What's the art style closest to?
It is almost directly. It's
Animated series.
Looks like Batman the animated series. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It is
cool.
so close to looking like that. Intro's pretty good sounding. I don't think it's as good as the Batman animated series, but I like the intro.
Yeah,
the intro's cool. I've liked some of they had onomatopoeia on one of the episodes, and he's just going bang, bang, blip, blip,
blip, blip.
So I mean, really cool. Like they've had a cast of villains so far in every episode, and they even have kind of the gangs, kind of the storyline, kind of correlates with that too. So I think that right now I'm enjoying it. Like I've just been watching every episode. And I'm like, ooh, I know this guy. Ooh, and I like how they've changed up some stuff. Like the Harley Quinn we get in this isn't like previous Harley Quinns. It's different. So is the Penguin. Jim Gordon. I mean, it's different.
Yeah. Damn, I'm interested to watch this shit, man.
Yeah.
I want to see this then.
And there is Clayface, so we have a Clayface in there.
What about Kite Man?
I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, we need Kite Man, bro.
Yeah, but the fact we got onomatopoeia was kind of cool. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. I can't wait to start the show. We're gonna be doing a review of that, so I need to start watching it and getting through some of these episodes. But glad that you were able to do that, and glad that you canceled on you didn't accept the meeting.
I was in the middle of a Batman episode. I'm just like, and then they sent it. They sent the invite at like 10 something today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't really check to see when the meeting was later on. I'm like, they'll probably be like next week or something. And it was at like 2 today. And I'm like, you're sending me a meeting the same day No.
Yeah. Well, I'm
I
glad that
much.
you what's it called that you still managed to what's it called to say no, but I would have just simply said I don't usually work on Fridays, so I don't know what the fuck you calling me
Well,
for.
today's Thursday. Today's Thursday, but
Yeah,
I
hey,
took
that's right. Yeah.
PTO. Yeah, I took PTO. So I mean,
So
like that's my time.
the fuck do you want me to do? Like it's PTO, so you want me to just what's it called?
Come in for the sometimes
Yeah. Come
I
on,
did tell
man.
them like I'm just staying home because I just wanted to stay home, so I'm not really doing anything. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I was watching Batman, so I'm just
Yeah.
like I don't want to do that. I was eating hummus and watching Batman.
You're like you can't disturb my peace.
You don't disturb my peace, man. Like I just went through this election stuff, and
Yeah.
I was worse yesterday. I'm feeling better today.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You're like you look, man. You're exhausted, bro. You're like I don't want to do this shit.
No,
Like
I'm exhausted. I'm kind of disillusioned a little bit in this whole where I'm from. So you know, some days. But thank you to everyone watching our shorts and our videos and our new subscribers. You give me hope that one day like we can just do this
yeah.
possibly.
Brad, I've been wanting I've been saying that for a while now, man.
Yeah,
We just keep trucking.
just
But
keep
hey, shout out to everybody who watched the what's it called
shame.
the shame review. Damn.
Oh, the
Um
shame review. Everyone hating on the Shin Godzilla short that we posted.
wait, why?
I the, it's because we mentioned the pandemic. I'm sure of it.
Oh my god.
And it was us talking about how we weren't ready for a crisis event, and we've already shown that. So that
Yeah.
got a lot. Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down short actually
Yeah.
has been liked a lot. So
Let me see this. Where the hell am I? I'm seeing. Are we getting like dislikes or people commenting?
well, there hasn't been any comments, but the dislikes. So if you go to the likes versus dislikes,
Oh, they are disliking the fuck out of it, right?
yeah.
Oh well.
Hey,
Eh,
at least y'all have a feeling
pussies,
about it.
pussies. What's it called? Comment on it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know why everybody's hating on the Acolyte one though.
yeah,
We can't love Soul.
yeah. The one thing we like about that series.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fucking bitches. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and do this, man. We're gonna be talking about some Godzilla today, and I'm excited because I've been wanting Brad to watch this movie for a while now, and I'm glad it finally happened. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. So if you have not watched Godzilla minus one, you can probably get out. You should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, we've already seen the film. Go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes. This is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code The Nerd Court. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. Godzilla minus one.
I'm on my PTO.
Shut the hell up. Godzilla minus one is a 2023 Japanese epic kaiju film, written, directed, and with visual effects by Takashi Yamazaki. Produced by Toho Studios and Robot Communications, distributed by Toho. It is the 37th film in the Godzilla franchise, Toho's 33rd Godzilla film, and the 5th film in the franchise's Reiwa era. Set in post-war Japan, the film stars Ryunosuke Kamiki as a former kamikaze pilot suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder after encountering a giant monster known as Godzilla. The ensemble support includes Mirami Hamabe, Yuki Yamada, Munetaka Aoki, Hidetaka Yoshioka, Sakura Ando, and Konosuke Sasaki. Following Shin Godzilla, Toho was unable to produce another live-action Godzilla film until 2020, owing to a contract with legendary entertainment producer Minami Ichikawa, appointed Yamazaki to create the movie upon the completion of the Great War of Archimedes.
Archimedes.
Archimedes. Principal photography was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, leaving Yamazaki 3 years to work on the script, taking inspiration from previous Godzilla movies and the works of Hayao Miyazaki and Steven Spielberg. In February 2022, Robot Communications publicized that Yamazaki would soon direct an untitled kaiju movie, filming occurred primarily in Shubu and Kanto from March to June 2022. Shirogumi Shofu Studios spent 8 months creating the visual effects. The film was revealed to be an installment in the Godzilla series in November 2022, and its title was officially announced in July 2023. Godzilla Minus One premiered at the Shinjuku Toho building on October 18, 2023, and was released in Japan on November 3rd. To celebrate the franchise's 7th anniversary, Toho International later released the film in North America on December 1st. Many Western critics praised it as one of the best films of 2023 and among the greatest in the Godzilla franchise. The film grossed 116 million worldwide, becoming the third highest grossing Japanese film of 2023 and surpassing Shin Godzilla as the most successful Japanese Godzilla film. It also attained numerous accolades, including a leading 12 nominations at the 47th Japan Academy Film Prize, winning 8, and winning Best Visual Effects at the 96 Academy Awards. Cinematography is done by Kozu Shibasaki, edited by Ryuji Miyajima, music by Naoki Sato, and on it sits at 2 hours and 5 minutes, and on a budget of 10 to 15 million, it made 160 million at the box office. Brad, before you say anything, the director said he wishes he would have made this for 15 million, so that cannot be a real number. That is not a real number. There is no way this was made for 15 mil.
We
But
do know it was made for far less than 116 million, right?
yes, for sure. Yeah. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts about this film?
I think Godzilla Minus One is a terrific iteration to the Godzilla franchise. I think it is, the story is very engrossing, specifically because you actually get to care about the people in this. And generally, with a kaiju movie, I'm saying I don't care about the people. I don't care. Show me the monster battle. Show me the monster fights. And they actually have a very well done script. And maybe not since Shin Godzilla or the original Godzilla have I seen where they actually make you care about these people and what they're going through and what they're trying to accomplish and how just to get rid of Godzilla. And
Yeah.
I think they do that immensely. They do it better than any American iteration of a Godzilla movie, that's for sure. And this is just a fabulous watch.
Brad, I couldn't agree more. This is an incredible movie. I've been singing the praises since I fucking watched this movie for the first time in theaters. This just from the opening, Brad, when Godzilla, what's it called, appears at the beach, and just how fucking tense that whole scene is. Him getting on the gun, trying to shoot down Godzilla, and yeah, and him just staring him down like it's crazy, man. It's just
Yeah.
they just did an incredible job with this movie. Where I told you before, I was like, I had not felt in a while because I hadn't watched Shin Godzilla before I watched this one. So I watched it way after, and I said I had felt that they had never done the human aspect to the movie before like this, other than like the original Godzilla, you know. And the Japanese movies are always fantastic. They're always fantastic, even when they're fucking ridiculous as hell, as
When they're
we've seen.
campy. I mean, there's always a little bit of camp to a Godzilla movie, which
Yeah,
is fine. You expect that.
yeah.
Even
And
this
there's
one
a
had
lot of
a
camp
little.
in this one too.
Yeah, this one not as much as I've seen before, but there is a little bit. There's
Brad,
the slow
the girl
motion.
getting fucking what's it called? Like kill, like should be dead.
Should be dead. Yeah,
She ends
no,
up
no.
at the end. Just
I would say the most campy parts were like the slow motion where they're all working together to like
yeah.
carry stuff, like those
And then
shots.
the relationship with the government workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Especially what's his name? He's played by fucking who the fuck is his name? He's got the wavy hair, Brad.
Oh, the
Uh,
doctor.
yes, the doctor. Yeah. I loved him, bro. He was great in this movie.
Hidetaka Yoshioka as Kenji Noda, a
Yeah,
former naval weapons engineer.
yeah.
I like how they set the time frame for this right at the end of World War II,
Mm-hmm.
where the Japanese are reeling from this loss, and now they have to deal with the fallout from the war, and then on top of that you have a giant monster coming out of the sea to destroy everything as well. I think it's just there's multiple layers to this where I'm just like this is very fascinating the way they're doing this. Because usually with a Godzilla movie, it's like I just want to see Godzilla like break shit. I want him to like tear down buildings and just start wrecking the whole entire landscape. And this, I'm like, oh, how are they going to prevent him from doing this? Oh, he's going to get in this plane that they this test plane, and he's going to lead them away, and then really cool thought out way of like, okay, they're going to get these battleships and they're going to try to trap Godzilla.
Yeah.
A very cool storyline, and a lot of thought went into like, okay, at the end, how will our characters defeat Godzilla? It reminds me of Shin Godzilla in a way.
Yeah. I have to say, Brad. Of course, the visual effects are amazing. I mean, how can you not like just some of the best looking visual effects, right? But I think the part that shines the brightest here, man, to me, really is that story. I think it is the story and how yes, it's a little nationalist. It's a little nationalist for the Japanese, but what's it called? I like the way that it's really just this story about how hard it is to live under a post-war society and how having to recover from that led to these people to have to deal with another massive what's it called inconvenience on their shoulders that they have to get over, and they come together and they find a way, which I love the whole the whole trying to drag them underwater, and
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, not gonna work entirely.
No, no. I mean, you're kind of hoping you're also know like Godzilla's built different.
He's just
Uh,
fucking built different, bro.
but going back to what you're saying, like this post-war Japan, you see it. You basically follow this character who's, he's a failed kamikaze pilot,
Yeah.
who hates himself for that. He hates himself, and the people on the island think of him as a traitor, because he wasn't willing to give his life for his country, and they blame him for their loved ones' deaths. But then he takes in this woman and her child, who we find out is not her child. It's a baby that's been orphaned during the war, and
Hmm.
it's kind of another theme through the rest of this movie, where
Guilt's a massive thing in this movie.
massive thing, a coming together of just random people to help get through um, this devastation. It's kind of a running theme with dealing with Godzilla. So there's a lot of notes of like post-war Japan. This is how they had to band together to basically get through this, and then the same thing with dealing with the monstrosity of this Godzilla.
Yeah. Um, but what a fucking awesome movie, man. I
Oh, and
really,
and, and a great look at PTSD. Sorry to cut
yes,
you off, but
exactly, yes. Great look at PTSD, which, from what I've seen from Godzilla, I don't think I've ever seen that explored in the Godzilla films I've watched, at least.
I don't think. I mean, we've had a few films where it's been explored, but it's not as prevalent, the PTSD aspects, especially in a kaiju movie. I mean, you
Yeah,
think like the after effects of a lot of kaiju movies would be a lot of PTSD for that. But they show this character, he has PTSD after the war, and then well, he has PTSD from like the tiny version of Godzilla, like the dinosaur Godzilla, who has just grown massively due to the radiation.
hell yeah. And also, Brad, um, talk about the what's it called? The what's it called? The what's it called? The atomic breath.
Oh,
One of my
the
favorites.
heat
Yeah,
ray, I think is
Hero.
what they call it. Oh, the rail gun aspect of his spines popping up and then popping back down, and just that freaking bright blue light. I thought it was dope the first time we saw that when he's going under the ship. Like he's just been hit with all this cannon fodder, and he's sinking under the ship as he was doing this, and then he just lets it go, and it completely destroys this battleship of the Japanese.
Um, exactly. But to me, like that this one and Shin Godzilla have some of my favorite like transformations with the atomic breath. Just fucking awesome, bro.
Oh,
Uh,
then the healing factor Godzilla has that's shown throughout this, really cool. I like the when they put the mine and shoot the mine in its mouth, and you think, oh, it took good care of him, and then he just heals right away, and he's just kind of scarred over, and so when he's out on land, you can see all his scarring, which you know, most Godzilla movies, it's just Godzilla. He's in a rubber suit or he's
Hmm.
CGI, and you don't get that like
Yeah.
the scarring.
But this shows you, man. This really does show people it's not that hard to balance out a compelling human story, but still get the what's it called? What makes a kaiju movie a kaiju?
Yeah, I mean, we got the devastation, destruction, the
Yeah,
stepping on people. We got him lifting rail cars and biting into rail cars
yeah,
and throwing shit. Like we got all the aspects we love of a kaiju movie, but integrated in that, you get the story of these people surviving.
yeah. And I gotta say, man, this is definitely one of my favorite Godzilla films of all time. It is 100% right up there with Shin Godzilla as the best modern Godzilla film of
Hmm.
all time. And yeah, I don't think any American film ever gets close to touching this. And to be honest, to me, Shin Godzilla and this one are just like this, bro. They're like neck and fucking neck.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then of course the original Godzilla will probably
in the
always be the
original, yeah.
best.
But I haven't seen all of the Godzilla films,
Yeah,
so I still need to watch them all. But
we've
from what
seen
I've
we've seen
seen,
quite a few.
yeah, from what I've seen, like this is, I have to like rewatch Shin Godzilla and this one around the same time to say it. But like I wouldn't say I would say right now the way that I feel about it, I'd say the Godzilla original, Shin Godzilla, and Godzilla minus one are my
See,
favorite
and
Godzilla films.
are you saying in that order? Or are you just saying your favorite?
Like that's my ranking.
That's your regular. I would probably put this one slightly over Shin Godzilla, just because I think the animation and the
Yeah,
CGI and that's a bit better.
yeah,
But I do like Shin Godzilla's Godzilla.
yeah.
I like
Both
the
just have
idea.
really good concepts,
Yeah,
and the way that it's executed in Shin Godzilla just really blew me away. And this one, it's just Brad. It's literally like 2A and 2B to
yeah.
me. It's like 2A and 2B to be
Is like
honest.
the other
It's
side
all
of the record.
yeah. It's just side B. Flip me over.
Yeah,
Yeah. But what's it called?
freaking good, and it deserved that best visual effects from the Academy Awards for a movie that probably less than, what do you think, 30 million, 50 million?
I want to say at least 75 mil.
You think it was at least 75? How could they be
There is
the?
no way this is 15 mil, Brad.
Yeah, I mean Toho
No way.
lying then.
Unless they overworked the fuck out of them visual effects people. And they were like, we're paying you dirt cheap, but you're going to work.
I
Like,
mean, this isn't Disney.
wouldn't put it past them.
I'm gonna put it past them.
Especially because you know how they treat the anime, what's it called? Animators over there
Yeah,
in
we
Japan.
know how Miyazaki is.
Yeah. So
He's not a part of this, but we just know how Miyazaki is.
you're getting paid, not dirt cheap, but cheap. And
Yeah.
you're gonna work like I'm paying you 100 to 200 mil. So but Brad, what's your final verdict on Godzilla minus one?
I am going to give Godzilla minus one a 9.5 out of 10.
I am at a 9, but that's because I am waiting for the 4K to come out for this fucking movie, for me to sit on that fucking couch and watch this movie. And I want to get
That's
my
gonna be
Blu-ray
good.
of Shin Godzilla too. But
That's gonna be good.
um, 9 out of 10. One of the best movies of last year. One of the best Godzilla movies of all time. And it's just amazing. I'm glad that Brad finally got to watch it. I want to watch the minus color version too. It's the
Oh, I
black and
that
white.
that just released on Netflix, I think today,
Yeah,
and I saw a still photo of it. It looks good.
yeah. Yeah, shit looks fucking awesome, bro. I'm I need to watch it. They're doing like this massive like set, but it's just the Japanese deluxe edition with the fucking English subs added to it. So I'm waiting for them to throw out a steel book or something, and I'll
Yeah,
buy that. But um, this is just a great movie, man. I'm glad that this got the love it deserved. I'm glad that this won the visual effects award at the Academy Awards, and I'm glad that people really what's it called gravitated to this movie because if it wasn't gonna be a Godzilla X Kong type thing, I didn't think that a post-war Godzilla film was gonna make this much money. but word of mouth really helped this one, Brad.
It did. Everybody was talking about this when it dropped.
Yeah. Yep. But that concludes our review of Godzilla Minus One. And as always, you can find us at thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/the Nerdcore, and our Discord link is in the description below. You can go ahead and talk to us about Godzilla in there. But of course, you can also talk to us about Godzilla in the comments of the YouTube video. Make sure that you leave a comment. Tell us what's your favorite Godzilla film and what you think about Godzilla Minus One. We love talking to you guys in comments. Talk to us in the comments, please. Even if you're disrespectful, you might just end up getting a fucking comment, but it won't. I match energies here, bro. You you want to pull up with some disrespectful shit. I'll pull up with some too. Yeah, I keep it real out here, bro. Um, but of course, check that out. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that drops on the channel. And of course, I would also ask you guys, please, to what's it called? Leave a 5-star review on the podcast app of choice and follow us on that app as well. Check that out, and just stay in touch with us, guys. We want to keep doing the great stuff for you guys. We want to just we want to interact with you guys. Like when we do live shows, we want to be able to interact with you guys. And
yeah, the more interaction we get, the more weird shit we'll do on live shows.
Yeah. Sunday we got a game. No, well, Sunday. This already on Monday, so Sunday you should have already seen the House of the Dragon season finale review. But yeah, until then, Brad, we're just gonna have to wait and see, man. I'm glad that I haven't. You know what, Brad? Deleting Twitter app from my phone did wonders. I don't get spoilers for jack shit now, Brad.
I have surprisingly not gotten spoilers, even though I have Twitter.
Yeah, so
I must not be.
Wonders, Brad.
I just hear people talking shit about like Deadpool and stuff. Wesley, I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we want to tell them about our wonderful patrons?
I want to tell them about our wonderful patrons.
All
and
right.
They're the ones who make it possible by being the great people that they are. And of course, we love them. And of course, our wonderful executive producer, Shane, where can they find him?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thrift.il or go buy something from the stuff you got at prisoncityvintage.com.
Of course, man. We love him so much, and we thank you for making it possible. I know damn well that you're still paying us, and you know that you're still paying us.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you still drop your money in here, man, because we really do appreciate it. Check out our YouTube shorts and all that stuff, guys, and keep up to date with us. We've got more stuff coming, and we still need to decide on what's the next month, so we'll do that right after we're done here. So, without further ado, Brad, let's go ahead and get the hell out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Stacy wasn't here today, but he must be working. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, tell that girl you love her before a giant monster basically almost kills her. Yep, that's it. Young Yoda out.
And after